Hi, everybody. Welcome in. Welcome into my channel. Uh, Mustang, good to see you. Native Girl, good to see you. Louise, good to see you. Thank you for joining me today. Uh, we'll see how this goes. We are set for my guest to come in. Um, I know she's very busy. I know everybody's very busy. So I do hope she can make it. And I sent her the link. We are set for 5 today. And, just a friendly reminder, and to my mods, thank you so much. We're gonna keep it respectful in the chat. We all have our own opinions. We all have our own thoughts. That's fine. But what I don't want and what I don't need is in the chat for personal attacks. We're just having a conversation, okay? And I think that's okay. So I sent her the link, and we'll see if when she comes in. And in the meantime, I'll just kind of go over some things, and we'll go from there. Again, um, if I start seeing somebody, hey Dandy, good to see you. If I start seeing just that people are just being rude or whatnot, then my mods are gonna delete the comment. They're gonna we're gonna give you a warning, like, hey, chill. This isn't that type of chat like where we're just gonna bash people. Okay, we're adults. We can have conversations, and that's what we're doing here today. And we'll just put you in timeout. It's pretty easy, pretty simple. And so we're just gonna wait for her to reply. I mean, hey Ben, good to see you. Let's see who else is in here, and we'll go from there. Again, I know she's like super busy. We're all super busy. So, um, Bean Baby 27, good to see you. So I try to, excuse me, accommodate the best that I can for people. Um, yeah, I'm in California, and I've been going to the court hearings. I went to the first two. The first one I wasn't able to go in just because it was just not organized, and people were shoving and pushing, and I got just shoved out of the way. And the second time, I told myself I wasn't going to let that happen. Um, and I was able to go in, and I was able to listen to the judge, listen to the court hearing. Uh, and I have a video where I talk about it fresh when I'm out of the courtroom. Um, Bean Baby, yeah, I was. We talked about that too before I saw the video and things like that. And I mean, me personally, and that's a very good question. Thank you, appreciate that. It's Jake was visited before by a journalist, Rocco. I've met that guy. He's really nice. He's really his writing is really good, and we read his article. I'll see if I can maybe bring that up. And that article where he says, like, what would you ask Emmanuel, if you were to say something, and he's like, oh, I love you, buddy. That's the guy that went to go visit him in jail, a journalist, and wrote about it. So we did get to see that. Um, Me personally, conflicted. I mean, if I had more experience as a journalist, as just that alone, I think I would, based on what Rocco was doing. But um, I'm not a journalist or anything like that. I'm just, a small YouTube channel. So, I mean, I did have the idea, but now I'm just like, you know, maybe not, you know. Um, but that's where I am with that input. I mean, I did talk about it. I did have the idea, and sometimes it is good to talk about these things before you go and do them, especially when you're new YouTube channel, a new creator, covering cases. You do get caught up in it. um, and so that does happen. You do get caught up in it. I was that baby says, I think there's more to this case, but still trying to find him. Hey Lisa, good to see you. Welcome in, welcome in. um I mean, with the search, right? I mean, I was telling people, I was like, look, I want to go search. I want to go search for baby Emmanuel. And you've seen there's videos of me where I go do like crime talk. I do crime talk while I'm hiking. And so I do have that background where, I'm able to hike, and I love hiking and I love walking. And so I was like, let me put that to like, uh yeah, Dandy, that's the other thing too, and like that's why I was like, because my initial thought was like she was out there, Rebecca, um, giving her side of the story to people. That's what I initially thought before going into it, and that was towards the end of the live. So then I started researching and looking at things and things like that, and it was a little bit different, as we'll find out. And it's and the person that went and visited her, she has no reason to lie. I've met her. She's been in the courtroom with me, next to me. There's like a group of TikTokers that are real nice. I mean, they've all been super nice to me, super friendly, really cool. Um, and I also want to say, like, the expressions expressed on other channels are their own and their own only, and do not reflect opinions. And uh, the opinions expressed here on my channel. We all have opinions. We all have things that we have our own flavor. We have our own style. We have our own um, way of doing things. And that's there. There's some creators that do things differently than I do, obviously. And same with the guest that I bring up, that I am going to start bringing up. Guest is that their opinions are their own only, and are not necessarily the opinions of my channel. But I do want to be able to talk about it. I do want to be able to at least have a conversation of their experience and what happened, and from their firsthand point of view. And I think that's okay, to be able to report on that, to be able to have a conversation with that. And yeah, I mean, that's just um, how I see things sometimes. And sometimes, you have to look at certain avenues. In my opinion, you have to kind of, in my opinion, open up to certain avenues, and maybe we'll learn something, maybe we won't, but we won't know until we have that conversation. Yeah, Lisa, and that's the thing too. That's the thing too. And I asked her, she did make a video on her TikTok, and I did ask her, and I asked like, hey, hey, I'm like, hey, didn't I see you at the courtroom? We started talking, and in one of my videos, she's the first person I interviewed. And so I was like, oh, let me reach out, let me ask her how she's doing and what's going on, right? I'm like, And so, I reach out and yeah, it's the same one. And we start talking and I was like, hey, do you mind if I use your video? Because I got copyrighted. I don't know why on a different hiking video. I don't know why. It's weird. And so um, I asked her if I can use her video and then so I can show it on the live. She said, yes, of course. And only Lori Vallow. Lori Vallow, yeah. That's true. Lori Vallow, man, that lady is something else. And so I wanted to play it. It's an entirely video, without trying to put some commentary in there because of fair use. With fair use, you have to put in your commentary, make it your own. But I wanted to play it completely, and she said, "Yeah, of course." I wouldn't think she would, you know, copyright me or send me a strike or something like that. But you just, you want to make sure you want to ask and things like that. So I did, and then after that, I asked her if she wanted to come on. She said, "Yeah, let me know when." She said today, at 5 or after 5. So I said, "Okay, let's shoot for 5." And I sent her the link, and yeah, I'm still waiting. So if it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, I'm sure it was because she was busy, or it was because of something else. And so, as soon as I get confirmation and as soon as she's able to say yes or no, then I'll let everybody know. But that's where I'm at right now. And again, I don't see her lying. I know a lot of people were saying that it was bullshit. She didn't go because, they're not going to let her go and things like that. But she did. She did go. She just went on live, I think before, and then she went live afterwards on her account and on her friends' accounts, TikTok. So it's just to do that and to be at the trial and things like that. I just don't see that happening for her to make it up. I don't know. I just don't believe that. I've always believed like, yeah, she just went. She just did that. But because I've seen her at the court, I've seen her covering the case. Um, yeah, Lisa, definitely. I mean, I do think she did go. I mean, it's just, I don't know. I just never thought she didn't go, but I could see why people were saying that. I could see that, for sure, because it just sounds so far fetched. It just seems so out of the norm. And I asked her too, like, if she was family this and that. But that's why I wanted to go into that while she was here. It's one thing hearing things firsthand, second hand, third hand, fourth hand. But when you have somebody that went and you're talking to them, it's a different ball game. And I want to be able to bring that type of coverage where it's like from the source, from the DA's office, from the DA's website. For people who were there, like myself, I was there at the I'm sorry, at the hearing. The first one, again, I wasn't able to go in there. It was a mess. It was a shit show. I got pushed out even though I was there early, and you know, told myself that I wasn't gonna let that happen next time I went, which was the next hearing. I was there. People did try to cut, and I said something, and I was pissed off because they were cutting. We were there. I mean, not just me, but everybody. You know, everybody that got there early. It's disrespectful. It's rude. It's like kindergarten stuff. You just don't cut. They teach you that in kindergarten, right? Keep your hands to yourself. Don't cut. Be nice, right? And so I got upset the second time around because there's these two ladies that just came strolling in. We've been there since the morning, right? We haven't ate. We're dealing with all these rules, and then they come in, and it's like, no, hell no. Go behind the line. The line starts back there, and I'm pointing at it, and I make a scene, and I'm like telling the deputy, no. They told us, one of the deputies, the lieutenant, one of the main guys there, and he's real cool. They're all cool. Like if you're being respectful and you're there, you come in with a good attitude and good Impression, you'll be fine. Okay, so that's what I did, and they were good. They were really good, you know. And they'll tell you do this, do that. Okay, yeah, cool, no problem. And so when I saw that, I was pissed off, and I just got so pissed off, and I was like, no, the deputy, the lieutenant told us, um, you know, um, the deputy's like, my bad. You know, I'm like, yeah, the lieutenant told us to stay here in line because of last time. So here's the line. The line starts here with me, and let's go. Get behind the line. And so he's like, my bad. Or I told her to step behind the line. But before he told her that, he was like, it's okay, just form the line. I'm like, no, it's not okay. What the hell? And that's when he was like, okay, my bad. The lieutenant told you guys to sit, to stand in line here. So that happened. Then another guy was trying to cut too, but then I apologized to him because, that was before I knew that there was plenty of seats and everybody was going to get in. So I was like, "Look, man, I'm so sorry I went at you like that." And but I made sure to say, respectfully, I was like, "Hey, go back, go over there. We've been waiting." But I don't know. I just felt bad, and I was like, "Told him my bad." So he was like, "No, it's all good. I get it. I understand." I'm like, "Thank you." But this time around, it was different. We were able to have more people go in there, and there was a line and numbers too, so that was a lot better. Um, this time around, I think next time around it might be the same or even better. But you never know. You never know what is going to be when you get there. So it's good to get places early. A lot of people sleep in, and so I mean, I wake up early, get shit done, and I'm there. So that's what pissed me off, because you just rolled out of bed and you're just cutting in line. It's like, no way. So I was pissed off. But I mean, there's like a group of TikTokers there that are really, real. I mean, again, they're really nice. They're really nice. So, um, let me check my messages and see what's going on. Okay, and then I'll check chat in a second. Yeah. So welcome in everybody that's coming in again. Ben is here. Lisa, thank you for joining us. Um, yeah, thank you everybody that's coming in. So let me see. I don't know if they're still talking because even the deputies are saying like if you try to talk to an inmate, that's a misdemeanor. You can get arrested. Lisa says, I don't think Davina had any ill intention. She's just doing what hungry for news reporters do when they can't. Yeah, that's the thing too. I mean, there's reporters. I mean, how many reporters do we know that are like that, right? And that are going in there and journalists, right? I mean, she didn't like, but the other guy, Rocco, he's really good. He's real good. I'll see if I can bring up the article. But I'm checking my messages. Give me 1 second. Yeah, I get it. There are professionals, and that's why I go back and forth and to say that. Like Rocco. Rocco is good. He's a journalist. I met him at the courtroom. He's real nice guy. I mean, um, I'll see if I can reach out to him too. Right? Maybe get his experience and get his side. Um, yeah, I mean, she tried, right? And that's good that we can have a conversation. That's what I want. At least to have a conversation. We're all adults. We're all entitled to our opinion, and that's fine. And it's just I just want to be able to talk about it. You know, without the bashing and the hate and things like that. Like that's easy. The critique, the bashing like that, the personal attack. That's super easy. And again, you're more than welcome to have your opinion. You're more than welcome to feel a certain way. But there's a way to say things without being rude. I'm just looking at my messages right now. Uh, I mean, we had it for today for 5, but I know she said she was like super busy. I was like, okay, I'm gonna do it at 5. I'm gonna go live and then just jump in. Uh, yeah, I mean that's wow, Lisa. That's a really good. Yeah, that's a really good. Yeah, that's a really good thing Lisa is saying. Uh, yeah, and that's the thing too. It takes a little bit of a brain power to kind of bring these topics and talk about them. Um, and yeah, we saw the hate yesterday, right? We saw that somebody getting killed like that, and it's just horrible. Um, yeah, I wonder if I don't know if I wasn't being specific enough for today, but we did talk about it. So, oh, so you're like in the area? Yeah, Bean Baby. Yeah. Were you able to go to the memorial? This bothers me because I live nearby, and when I go, and I would go, ladies would ask me if my son was mine, and kind of push. What does that say? Um, and kind of push of he was Emmanuel, and it was uncomfortable, hard for me to believe they would do this. Yeah, I don't. Bean Baby, were you the one that was saying that people were confusing your baby with Baby Manuel? Yeah, and that's what too with what the DA was saying too is like, they believe where his remains are. They have a strong belief of where their remains are. That just tells you that that's they're looking for um, recovery mission pretty much. Okay, I'm gonna play the video at least, so we have some context. Um, let me see. I'm just pulling up her that video.
The visit.
I'm gonna play this video of when she got the phone call confirming that she was able to go. While we wait, let me play this video.
Um, so the time you have for 9 a.m. for tomorrow, be sure to arrive at 8:30 a.m. for check-in, and then I will need to go over the dress code with you.
Okay.
Oh, I meant to ask you, was anyone else coming with you, or will it just be yourself?
It's just going to be myself.
Okay. So, nothing above the knees, no short skirts or dresses. Everything must come to the knee. Nothing sleeveless or see-through, low cut, nothing showing cleavage or stomach. If you do wear a shirt that buttons or zips in the front, you must wear or have a regular shirt underneath. No tank tops or tube tops. No wire bras, but you do need to wear a bra to visiting. So make sure it's a sports bra, something with no metal or wire,
No
so
metal.
it doesn't set off the metal.
All right, so that was like when she got the phone call, or when she called to confirm to go. So what is Bean Baby was saying? Yes, I went to a place for a bus for my daughter, and a lady came up to me randomly talking to me and goes, "He walks at 7 months already." Like, lady, I never said he was 7 months. He's a year on Saturday. Oh wow. Yeah, just be careful out there, man. There's some weirdos out there.
Hi guys, I'm just making a quick updated video. I know a few of you guys have messaged me and asked me if I can do a quick updated video for the ones that weren't able to go on my lives earlier. So I'm just gonna, do a quick recap, you guys. My visit with Rebecca was at 9 a.m. They told me to be there at 8:30. I got there at 8:30. Excuse me, I waited until about 8:45. They checked us in. The deputy took me to the elevator, the visiting elevator. He said, go to the 7th floor. I said, okay, which was the very last floor, you guys. So I get there to the elevator. The elevator opens at the 7th floor. I get out, and it's immediately the visitors' windows and little seats. There was three visitor seats and windows. I immediately sit in the middle one because that's the one that I'm able to have a clear shot at the inmate elevator door right there. If I sit on the left, the window's gonna be blocking. The right, not that clear either. So I go, okay, I'm gonna sit in the middle. No one was there yet, it was just me. So I sat there, I was there for about 5 minutes, maybe a tiny bit over 5 minutes. I'm thinking about what am I gonna say to her if this, if she comes. All of a sudden, I see the inmate elevator door open, you guys. It was Rebecca and 3 other inmates. Inmates, I keep saying that. It was 3 other deputies, you guys. It was a deputy holding one arm and one deputy holding her other arm. There was another deputy in the back of them lingering. She had shackles on her hands, and they were like resting in front of her stomach. She was wearing light blue clothes, pants, and light blue shirt, and her hair was in a French braid all the way to the back. So it was part like this, and then it went like French braided all the way to the back of her head and the back of her back. She did not have bruises on her face. She had no bruises, no black eyes. She actually looked very revived. She doesn't look like her face is swollen, like she's been crying. She's not tired. She looks like she's refreshed actually. She looked really eager to go to the visit, you guys. She looked very eager. And as soon as she seen my face, she realized she didn't know me. She looked at me. She looked at the deputy. She looked at me. She looked at the deputy and said, I don't know her. The deputy seemed very confused, and he looked and said, huh? And she said, I don't know her. And then he looked at me and said, who are you here for? And I said, Rebecca. And I pointed at her. I said, her, Rebecca. She looked at me again, and she even squinted and kind of like leaned in a little bit to look at me again, and I'm like this. I'm sitting right there with a smile waving. And the deputy goes, who are you here for? I go, Rebecca. And she goes, I don't want to talk to her. And he goes, she doesn't want to talk to you, ma'am. I go, okay. And that was it, you guys. That was it. I can't believe I was 5 feet away from her, though. Yes, there was a glass in between us, but it was very close. And she looked like kind of scared, I want to say, when she seen me. She looked eager at first. I feel like she was hoping or thinking it was a family member, maybe, I don't know who else. I'm not sure. But that's what happened, you guys. I really, really, really wish I would have said something because I know that they can hear. we were talking, and we can hear each other through the glass. So I really wish I would have been like, Rebecca, I'm not here for negativity. I'm not here to talk about the case. I'm just here to simply, be here for you and talk with you. You don't have to talk back. I just wish I said something like that, you guys, but I didn't. I was a little nervous, I'm not gonna lie. But you guys, my next plan for this, I'm gonna write her a letter. I have a letter started. I'm gonna finish it today, and I'm gonna mail it out today, you guys. So that is what happened today. I did attempt to visit her. It got closer than I thought, you guys. It got closer than I really thought. So we'll try it again, you guys. When I write her a letter, that way she can put a face to me. It's not just someone out there in the public. It's the girl that tried to visit me. So that's my plan for the next step. All right, you guys. I'll see you guys on live in a little bit on my backup account, not this one, because I got bananaed again, of course.
Yeah, so that was her. So that was her right there. Um, just give me a second. Every time I play video, my computer gets laggy, so just give it a second. Hola, Kelly. Good to see you. Good to see everybody. Uh, we're just waiting to see if Davina hops on the live. I know she's hectic, but we did have it scheduled for 5 today. And it's 5:37. So, um, yeah, if she doesn't come on, I do apologize. I know things happen. I know, issues come up, and no, you're fine, Kelly. You're good. And for today, so I mean, I'll read over the message that I just said, hey, let me know if you'd like to come on today. This was in let me know if you'd like to come on today at your convenience. And then she's like, yeah, my day's been just hectic. By any chance, can you do it at 5 or after? And then that's when I told her, yeah, I'll schedule it for 5. And she's like, okay, sounds great, wonderful. I told her I would send her the link. So I sent her the link earlier. Can play Kelly. Let me see if I play the her interview when I first interviewed her. Let me pull that up. I'm just gonna pull up a video of when I entered on the first day of the court hearing. She got to go in. You know, she's been there, both court hearings. That's why when she said she went, I was like, oh shit, okay. You know, I didn't think she was lying or anything like that. I don't saw no reason, but I could see why people were a little hesitant to believe that. So I'll pull up the video. Okay, let me just share my screen.
It was like 10 minutes, literally. He pretty much just read them their hearing and said that you want to waive your rights. Do you agree? Do you agree? They both said yes. There is a new public defender. I want to say it's a public defender.
Loading. But this is her. She went to the first one. Just let that load for a little bit. But that's pretty much it. It's just YouTube. It's just has been very glitchy, and I don't want it to slow up down the live. Yeah, I'm good. Thank you for asking, Bean Baby. Um, no, we were just waiting for Davina to hop on the live. I sent her the link. We had it scheduled for today for 5, and we were talking back and forth and things like that. So if yeah, I mean, if she doesn't show up, then in 10 minutes, then I'm gonna have to call it and apologize. I don't know what happened. I don't know what's going on, but we were set to do it today at 5 or like a little bit after that. If I do get a hold of her, I'll hop on the live, same thing, and then we can go from there. But I mean, she hasn't texted me back. I don't know if she got cold feet or something came up. You know how things go, but we were scheduled for today. I was just playing the video of when I interviewed her. So when I saw that it was her that she went to go visit, I'm like, "Whoa! I interviewed you." That was trippy. Yeah, yeah, Kelly. I mean, it's just usually when I do things, I like to um, deliver, uh, and so it sucks a little bit that you have to count on that other person for the um, for the interview. But I mean, things happen, and I'm not blaming or saying anything bad about her. I know that things do happen, and for whatever reason, something must have happened. Um, I did send her the link. She was down for today for 5, and yeah, we'll just wait for a little bit. And if not, then I'll call it in 8 minutes, 7 minutes. That way we get like at least an hour in. And so again, I appreciate everybody coming in. I appreciate everybody keeping the conversation going, keeping the chat going, and yeah, joining me for another live. When you guys get a chance, there's the video. You can see the video of her when I interviewed her when she was out of the first hearing. She was fresh out of the first hearing, and she gives a good account. Davina Ortiz. She gives a good account of of her in the right when she got out of the courtroom. And those hearings they last like 3 to 5 to 10 to 15 minutes. They're fast. The hearings are super fast. And so yeah, just hang tight on the links, Mustang. Just hang tight a little bit. Appreciate it. And yeah, no worries, no worries. Because I wanted to be able to put Davina's link in there. Um, so if I think Native Growth, you can put in her link, and people can check out her channel, her TikTok. If anybody has TikTok, we'll start doing that. Just I don't want to confuse people with like different links with different YouTubers and stuff like that. But if somebody can post her link to her TikTok, I think Native Girl might have it. Yeah, I mean, I don't have TikTok either. I mean, I only did it because they're all on TikTok. Um, I mean, TikTok is huge when it comes to this case. For whatever reason, I did not see any other YouTuber out there. Uh, it was either TikTok or Instagram. Hey, Rome, welcome in. Good to see you. Yeah, we're kind of just wrapping it up a little bit, and I'm gonna call the live at the 1 hour mark. So we're at the 3 minute warning, so we can hang out for a little bit and just chill for a second. Yeah, so I do want to apologize for that, but we were scheduled for today at 5. Um, I mean, I'm not the type, anybody that knows me here in the chat, my mods, they know that I'm like punctual. I am a man of my word. Um, Thank you, Native Girl. Appreciate it. Thank you. Yeah, TikTok. Yeah, I know. That's the other reason too. I was like, I don't. It's huge it's with the true crime community. It's huge on TikTok. Everybody. And I was the only one without a TikTok account. They're like, what's your TikTok? What's your TikTok? I'm like, at a TikTok. I don't have it. So that was interesting. And yeah, I didn't see any other YouTubers there. But they were telling me like, you need to get on TikTok. You need to get on TikTok. Everybody's on TikTok, and I was like, I don't know. I mean, I'm barely managing YouTube as it is. Having another account on another social media platform. It just was like, it's like, whoa. And again, I do apologize for whatever may have happened. And when she texts me back or we get into communications, then I will move forward with that. Again, my apologies, and at least we got to hang out. Um, that was okay. I'm gonna go live in a little bit. I'm gonna do a live on 9/11 and where everybody was. If it all goes well, I'll probably do a live and have people come in and chat and share their experiences of where they were on 9/11, and I'll share my experience of where I was, and you know we can go over that. But Rome, I'm so sorry that you made a live and made it to the live, and it wasn't what it was expected. So I'm gonna have to change the thumbnail. I'm gonna have to change the title and stuff like that. And again, my apologies. I'm embarrassed, to be honest. And things happen. I get it. So, but I just want to say, like, from the bottom of my heart, I'm really sorry for that, and I'm really sorry it didn't go through. And if anything happens, and if she's ready to go, I'm just gonna go live and make sure you guys set your all notifications. Make sure it's on all, because when she's ready to go, and everybody's on different schedules. I get that. Fine. So if that happens, or at least maybe a 30-minute warning, I'll ask her like, hey, let's do it in 30 minutes. Then that too, and that way it gives you guys an opportunity to kind of get ready. Get your popcorn, get your drink, whatnot. Oh, thank you, Mustang. Thank you, Native Girl, all my mods. I mean, I really appreciate you. You've all done a great job. Louise, my mods. Hopefully, I'm not missing any other mod that was in here. If I do, I apologize. But thank you, everybody, for joining this live. Again, my apologies. And I'll probably go live in a little bit and talk about 9/11 and your experiences and when you were. and maybe I can maybe have somebody come up, or I can share the link and you can share your stories. That could be something we can do. I might be maybe we'll go live with that up on some things right now, but I would like to do that today. So look out for that, and then we'll touch bases with the other thing. Yeah, my chit chat. Oh, really? Send me some ideas, Kelly. And thank you again. Thank you, everybody. Um, and hopefully, I'll see you in a little bit, maybe. And we can talk about where you were on 9/11. I'll put the link in there again, maybe, because things happen and stuff like that. So this is out of my comfort zone, saying that I'm going to do something, and then it doesn't happen. So I like to do it after a little challenging. But thank you so much. I really appreciate everybody. Thank you so much. And yeah, just stay tuned for another live. And yeah, we keep it cool. We keep it chill. And our chat, I feel like we have one of the best chats around in YouTube, in the true crime community. I'll say that. That's my opinion. And we keep it cool. We keep it chill. And everyone can discuss things. And I mean, you don't have to agree. But like, you say things and like, okay, cool, whatever. You don't agree, fine. And that's okay. So just be on the lookout about wrapping it up right now. And hopefully we'll see you in a little bit. Okay. Bye. Thank you.